In the small village of Arimu, where lanterns glowed like fireflies and crickets sang without rest, there lived a child named Kola. By day, Kola was like any other child, running barefoot on red earth, laughing with friends, and helping his mother fetch water from the well. But when night came, when the world grew quiet and shadows stretched long across the walls, Kola's life became very different. For every night, just as sleep began to pull at his eyes, Kola heard voices. At first, they were soft, barely louder than a breath. They seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. Sometimes they whispered his name, Kola. He would sit up on his mat, heart pounding, eyes searching the dark corner of the room. His mother slept peacefully nearby, unaware. The lamp was off, the room was still, yet the voices remained. As days passed, the whispers grew clearer. "Do not be afraid," one voice said gently. "Listen carefully," said another, deeper and firm. Kola was afraid, but more than fear, he felt something else, a strange sense of calm, as if the voices meant no harm. "We are here to guide you." Kola pulled his thin blanket closer, unsure whether to scream or pray. He had heard stories of spirits, of wandering shadows, of things best left unseen. But this felt different. These voices did not threaten. They did not mock. They taught. Night after night, the voices returned. They spoke of things far beyond Kola's years. They spoke of truth, of kindness, of choices. They warned him when he was about to lie. They comforted him when he felt alone. One night, after Kola had pushed another child in anger that day, the voices spoke sternly. "What you give, you receive," they said. "Your heart must be guarded." Kola wept silently into his mat. He did not understand why this was happening to him, why he was the one chosen to hear these words in the dark. Eventually, the burden became too heavy. One morning, as the sun rose gold over the village, Kola told his mother everything. Her face grew pale. She stopped grinding pepper and stared at him. "Voices?" she asked carefully. At night, Kola nodded. Fear flickered across her eyes. She loved her son deeply, but the village was not kind to things it did not understand. That same day, she took Kola to the village elder, Baba Sadiq, a man whose beard was white as ash, and whose eyes seemed to see beyond the present moment. The elder listened without interruption. When Kola finished, the old man closed his eyes for a long time. "These are not ordinary voices," Baba Sadiq finally said. "But not all unseen things are evil," the villagers whispered when they heard. Some said the child was cursed. Others said he was chosen. Fear and curiosity walked side by side through Arimu. That night, the voices came again, stronger than before. "They will not understand you," the voices said, "but do not let fear silence what is right." Kola felt tears slide down his face. "Why me?" he asked. "I am just a child." There was a pause, then a reply that shook his heart. "Because your heart still listens." Years passed. Kola grew taller. His voice deepened. The whispers never left, but they changed. They no longer came every night, only when something important was near. When drought threatened the village, the voices urged him to speak, to tell the elders where water would be found. When anger nearly tore families apart, the voices pushed him to stand between them with words of peace. Slowly, fear turned into respect. The same villagers who once whispered behind his back now came quietly to his door, asking for guidance, for prayer, for hope. Yet one night, darker than all others, the voices were silent. Kola lay awake, staring into the blackness, afraid that he had lost them. Then, just before dawn, one final voice spoke, clear and powerful. "You have learned to listen. Now teach others to hear with their hearts." When the sun rose, the voices were gone, but Kola was no longer afraid. He understood now. The voices had never been meant to stay forever. They had come to shape him, not control him. What remained was wisdom, courage, and a heart tuned to truth. And though the nights in Arimu were still quiet, many said that when Kola spoke, it sounded like hope itself was speaking through him. Subscribe to this channel for more powerful stories.